The Golden Eclipse Awards weren't just another glitzy ceremony. They were the stage where reputations were crowned and careers combusted. The entire Dolby Theater shimmered with ego and expectation. Keanu Reeves, always reluctant in such spotlight-heavy venues, had accepted the invite only because he was presenting a humanitarian award. He wasn't nominated. He didn't expect attention. He should have known better. Halfway through the evening, the host, razor-witted 29-year-old stand-up comic named Tyler Marsh, took the mic for his third monologue segment. Tyler was the kind of talent Netflix adored. Sharp, viral, unfiltered. The audience leaned in, bracing for savage burns. And now, Tyler grinned. A round of applause for Keanu Reeves. A legend. A man who's made more comebacks than McDonald's ice cream machines. Polite chuckles rippled. But seriously, Keanu's like a ghost in Hollywood. He appears every few years, whispers something soulful, then vanishes until a John Wick sequel needs resuscitation. Louder laughter. The cameras cut to Keanu. He smiled politely, nodded, but his eyes tightened. Tyler wasn't done. They say Keanu's the nicest guy in the business. But let's be honest, that's only because no one's scared of him anymore. I mean, even his own stunt double is like, "Relax, I got this, Grandpa." This time, even the polite smiles froze. The joke cut a little deeper. The crowd didn't boo, but they didn't clap either. Keanu's smile didn't fade, but inside something shifted. The room suddenly felt colder, like 1,000 lights glaring at him for a reaction. He gave none. The segment ended. Tyler moved on, but social media didn't. Within minutes, hashtag Keanu deserved better was trending. So his hashtag was that necessary, Tyler. Later that night, Keanu left quietly, skipping the after-party. As he walked out the back entrance, flanked by no one, a security guard handed him a folded piece of paper. "This fell out of your coat, sir." Keanu unfolded it. It wasn't his. It was a letter, handwritten in blue ink, addressed to Mr. Marsh. The signature caught Keanu's eye. Dylan K. He read the first line. "Dear Tyler, I heard you're hosting the Eclipse Awards. That's so cool. Maybe this will be your big break. Just remember the little guy back home." Keanu folded it quickly, uncomfortable. A private letter. A glimpse he wasn't supposed to see. But a thought struck him. That name. Dylan K. He'd heard it before in an interview. A throwaway comment. Tyler Marsh had grown up in a rundown suburb outside Phoenix. In one podcast, he mentioned being inspired by a local youth theater where a volunteer named Dylan believed in him before anyone else. Keanu looked back at the chaotic red carpet, then down at the letter. The next morning, Keanu sat at his kitchen counter, the letter still folded neatly beside a cold cup of coffee. His phone buzzed with messages, some from friends checking in, others with links to reaction videos dissecting the Tyler Marsh incident. He ignored them all. Instead, he opened his laptop and began searching. Dylan K., Youth Theater, Phoenix. It took a few tries, but then he found it. The Copper Light Youth Theater. A modest building with a faded brick exterior, nestled between a taco shop and an auto repair garage. Their website hadn't been updated in years, but in the Our History section, there it was. In loving memory of Dylan Kessler, mentor, friend, believer. Keanu stared at the screen. He picked up the phone and dialed the number listed. Copper Light Theater. A voice answered. "We're not open for auditions until..." "Hi, my name's Keanu Reeves. I'm trying to find out more about Dylan Kessler." A pause. "Wait, the Keanu Reeves." He chuckled softly. "Yes, but really, I'm just calling as someone who found a letter, and I think it matters." The voice softened. "I'm Haley. Dylan was my uncle. He ran the theater until he passed away 5 years ago. Who are you to him?" "I'm not," Keanu admitted, "but I think he mattered a lot to someone I just met, someone who's forgotten how much." Haley didn't ask for more. She just said, "If you're ever in Phoenix, come by. the theaters still hanging on. Barely. Keanu stared at the letter again. 3 days later, he was in Phoenix. He didn't alert the press. He didn't wear sunglasses. Just jeans, a hoodie, and a sense of unfinished business. The Copperlight Theater was smaller than he imagined. Faint music drifted from inside, an off-key piano and laughter. Haley met him at the door, stunned but composed. "You really came." "I had to," Keanu said simply. He handed her the letter. She read it silently, then blinked fast. That's his handwriting. Dylan used to make kids write letters to their future selves. Said it helped them dream out loud. "This was never meant for Tyler to carry alone," Keanu murmured, "but I think you forgot it." Haley led him inside. Posters of past productions lined the walls, Guys and Dolls, The Crucible, Into the Woods. Most were faded, some held up by duct tape, but the spirit was still there. Kids practiced stage combat with foam swords. A teenager belted show tunes off-key. An older volunteer handed out orange slices in the lobby. "This place," Keanu said, "isn't dying. It's breathing." Haley smiled. "Barely. But yeah." Keanu looked around. "What if we gave it a second act?" She tilted her head. "You mean?" "I want to help. Quietly. Anonymously. In Dylan's name." Over the next few weeks, something unusual began to happen at Copperlight Theater. First, the backlot, long filled with broken set pieces and old lighting equipment, was cleared. Then new scaffolding appeared. A state-of-the-art lighting rig followed. The roof got patched. The ancient HVAC system replaced overnight. Haley was speechless. "How are you doing this?" Keanu only smiled. "Just calling a few favors. Quiet ones." He never put his name on anything. The checks were signed by a fictional foundation, the Dylan Kessler Memorial Fund, which he created solely for this purpose. Every expense, every upgrade, traced back to a single moment, a comedian's careless joke, and the quiet power of a forgotten letter. But the story didn't stay hidden for long. One of the theater kids posted a TikTok. "Someone is secretly saving our community theater. Who is DK?" The video went viral. Speculation swirled online. Theories ranged from a wealthy ex-alum to a retired actor. No one guessed the truth. Meanwhile, Tyler Marsh's post-eclipse career was complicated. Clips of his roast circulated daily. His Netflix special lost traction. He issued a half-hearted apology in a podcast. "Look, I roast everyone. It's not personal. Keanu's a legend. He'll be fine." But something about the backlash stuck with him. The laughter at the gala had felt hollow. And the silence after his grandpa joke? It haunted him. He hadn't seen Keanu since that night. That changed when he received an email with no subject line. Just a link. He clicked. It led to a private video. Shot inside Copperlight Theater. The video showed a new sign being unveiled. The Dylan Kessler stage. Below it, a crowd of kids and adults applauded. A woman stepped forward. It was Haley. She spoke into a mic. "This stage exists today because someone remembered a letter. A letter my uncle wrote to a student who went on to make people laugh. That student forgot, for a while, who helped him get there. But someone else didn't." Tyler's breath caught. Haley looked directly into the camera. To the man who read the letter, who believed it still mattered. "Thank you." The screen faded to black. Then, P.S. You should come see the spring musical. The kids say it's hilarious. No name. No credits. But Tyler knew. A month later, on a quiet Friday evening, Tyler Marsh stood at the back of Copperlight Theater, unannounced. No entourage. No cameras. Just him in a hoodie and jeans, blending into the crowd of folding chairs and excited chatter. The spring musical was The Misfits' March, a chaotic comedy about misunderstood kids trying to save their after-school program. Tyler laughed more than he expected. The jokes were sharp, the energy infectious, and one young actor reminded him of himself. At intermission, he slipped backstage. Haley spotted him and froze. Didn't think you'd come. Tyler cleared his throat. Honestly, neither did I. She didn't smile. Not yet. Did you remember him? I did. I found an old voicemail from Dylan on an ancient phone, saved under Uncle D. He told me to be bold, but never cruel. Said humor without heart is just noise. Haley nodded. And the night of the eclipse, I was noise. He looked around at the painted backdrops and costume racks. I forgot where I came from. A soft voice interrupted. Hey, are you Tyler Marsh? A young boy, maybe 10, holding a crumpled program. Tyler nodded. Yeah, my dad says you're funniest person on TV. I want to be funny too. Like you. Tyler knelt. Then remember 2 things. Listen more than you talk, and never punch down. The boy grinned and ran off. Haley finally smiled. That's a start. At the end of the show, the cast took their bows. The applause was thunderous. Then Haley stepped forward. We have a special guest tonight. Someone who grew up on this stage. Please welcome Tyler Marsh. He froze. The crowd turned. Tyler stepped forward slowly, awkwardly. I wasn't expecting that. I came to watch, not to talk. But if I may. He turned to the kids behind him. Years ago, I stood right where you are. I dreamed big, joked louder, and never thought I'd forget what mattered. But I did. And someone I didn't even know reminded me. He found a letter I lost, and he didn't use it against me. He used it to lift this place up. The audience was silent. No jokes. Just honesty. Tyler looked out. So, Keanu, wherever you are, thank you for turning a bad joke into a better story. Backstage, hidden in the shadows, Keanu watched quietly. Hood up, hands in his pockets. He slipped out before anyone saw him. Outside, he passed a kid doing magic tricks by the parking lot. Pick a car, mister, the boy beamed. Keanu did. It was the ace of hearts. He smiled. Nice, he said. Always lead with heart.